I am now honored to join with the university community, parents, family, and friends in recognizing a very distinguished guest. University Provost Starr, will you please assist in conferring the honorary degree?
In granting honorary degrees, the university recognizes distinguished individuals whose life work represents the values, knowledge, and accomplishments that are embodied in the mission of this institution. Today, we honor a respected politician. Dean Wilkins will join me in presenting this degree. Will Larry Hogan please rise to receive the Doctor of Public Service? Larry Hogan, a respected and dedicated politician, you served as governor of the state of Maryland from 2015 to 2023. As a lifelong Marylander and small business owner, you've invested deeply in your community. Prior to taking office, you launched Change Maryland, a grassroots organization dedicated to tax relief, fiscal responsibility, government integrity and transparency, and infrastructure improvements. You also founded Hogan Companies, which became the leading land firm in the state of Maryland. Among your many accomplishments as governor, you cut taxes 8 years in a row, reduced the cost of healthcare premiums by over 30%, and invested in education, transportation infrastructure, and environmental protections. In 2020, you led the nation's governors through the COVID-19 pandemic as chair of the National Governors Association. And as you prepared to leave office, polling consistently showed that an overwhelming majority of all Republicans, Democrats, and independents, nearly 80% of all Marylanders, approved of the job you had done.
Lawrence J. Hogan, Jr., by the authority of the Congress of the United States, vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I am proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Public Service, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. President Burwell, Dean Wilkins, Provost Starr, thank you for this incredible honor. It really is such an honor. Distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, and most especially the graduates, the members of the 2023 graduating class of the American University School of Public Affairs. Congratulations. And can we give another round of applause to our great student speakers? They were inspiring. Great job. You know, I want to applaud and congratulate each and every one of you on all of your hard work and your dedication. I want to commend you not just for receiving a world-class education here at American University, but also for choosing to focus your studies on public service and American civic life. I can tell you that there was not a single day, good or bad, when I was not grateful for the privilege to serve the people of Maryland as governor. Public service is and must continue to be a noble calling. And I'm encouraged that some of you, the best and brightest, may be willing to serve. We're all counting on you. Now, as each of you prepares to take this next important step in your lives, I wanted to share a few key life lessons that I've learned along the way. And so in preparing for today, I thought back to when I was graduating from college, a long, long time ago, and what advice I would want to impart to my younger self if given the chance. And then I had to decide which of that advice I could actually share today that would be appropriate. But my first piece of advice to you is to not listen to the naysayers who will tell you that you can't achieve something. If I had listened to them, I would never have been elected governor as a Republican in the bluest state in America. If you're relentless, passionate, and have a positive attitude, success isn't guaranteed, but it will exponentially increase your odds of success. And change is possible, even when the odds seem stacked against you. As we gather here today, America is at a critical turning point. Most Americans are thoroughly convinced that we are hopelessly divided, that Washington is completely dysfunctional, and that our political system is fundamentally broken. The voices of the exhausted majority are often ignored in deference to the demands of the loudest and angriest few, who sometimes seem hell-bent on tearing the country apart. In my first inaugural address in 2015, I pledged that the politics that have divided our nation need not divide our state. And I pledged to govern with civility and moderation, to avoid attempts to drive us to the extremes of either political party. I promised to support the best ideas, regardless of which side of the aisle they came from. We debated, discussed, and reasoned together, honestly and productively, with integrity and sincere purpose. We argued sometimes, but without acrimony. We negotiated without hidden agendas. And we didn't demand Republican solutions or Democratic solutions. We sought out and achieved common sense bipartisan solutions that worked for all the people of our state. Thank you. Thank you. Now, most Americans today are totally fed up with toxic and divisive politics. But I believe that there truly is far more that unites us than divides us. I think most Americans believe in common decency and common sense, and they think that straight talk is more valuable than empty rhetoric. All too often, life tries to box us in and force labels upon us. But this future generation of public leaders here today can help ensure that we will be a nation that tolerates contrary views among a diverse citizenry without turning them into enemies or doubting their patriotism. America deserves a government that appreciates that no one of us has all the answers or all the power. So cast aside the labels, treat people with respect, and think outside the box, and there will be no limit to how much you can accomplish. You know, I learned a lot about integrity and public service from my dad, who served on the House Judiciary Committee during Watergate. No man, he said, not even the President of the United States, is above the law. He said, for our system of justice and our system of government to survive, we must pledge our highest allegiance to the strength of the law and not to the common frailties of man. With those words, he became the first Republican to come out for the impeachment of President Richard Nixon. He put doing the right thing for his country ahead of the demands of his party. Now, that decision cost him politically, but it earned him something more valuable, a quiet conscience and an honored place in history. So find good role models and remember that true leadership isn't about titles or recognition. It's about strength of character and doing the right thing for the right reasons. And always be prepared for the unexpected. Don't get thrown off course when obstacles appear from out of nowhere. Just 89 days after becoming governor, the worst violence in 47 years broke out in our largest city of Baltimore. I declared a state of emergency, and we worked around the clock to restore calm and peace in the community while protecting the right to peacefully protest. 60 days later, just 5 months after being sworn in, I was faced with a more personal challenge when I was diagnosed with an advanced and aggressive cancer, which had spread rapidly throughout my body. And I governed the state from a hospital bed while enduring months of 24-hour-a-day chemotherapy. And then in 2020, we were faced with the worst global pandemic in more than a century. And we had to make hundreds of unthinkable decisions in order to protect lives and livelihoods. None of these crises were part of my plan. I mean, in life, there are going to be things that you plan for and that you work toward, and then there will be challenges that you may see coming. But there will also be things that are going to hit you from out of the blue that will test your strength, your will, and your character. And I can tell you that you will learn far more from those struggles and challenges. You know, I learned that the truly important things in my life were my family, my faith, and my friends, the support system that saw me through on good days and bad. And I learned that life is much too short, and you never know how much time you have. So trust me, you'll want to try to make the most out of every single day that you have. So let me close with this advice. Figure out what's most important to you and hold on to it. Keep a healthy perspective on the truly important things in life. Keep people around you that make you a better person and keep you grounded. Stay true to who you are and what you believe. Embrace the things that make you unique and that you're passionate about. Don't be afraid to take bold risks or to challenge the status quo. And no matter the obstacles, never, ever give up. And looking out at all of you today gives me hope for the future. I'm excited about all that you will accomplish. And I have no doubt that I am standing among some great future leaders of America. So once again, thank you for giving me this incredible honor. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your graduation. Good luck and soar like an eagle.
Governor Hogan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Graduates of American University, congratulations.